Appalachia. Let's talk everything about Appalachia and beyond. Your hosts, Lee, Tiff, and Jay. Look, that's an if I ever saw one. Look at this. Look, come here. No, come here, Sean. Jeez.
Get it right.
Anyway, and here is your host, Lee, Tiff, and Jay.
About time you got it right.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Laugh Appalachia. You got Lee, Tiff, and Jay here today.
Howdy.
Hey.
Hey, I just hit my elbow on the door.
Oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
We're going to start off this week, obviously, with the big topic, the sadness in Orlando. Here at Laugh Appalachia, our hearts go out to everybody that was affected down there in Orlando. I have a bunch of friends and soon-to-be family in the area, even the people that are here that are from Orlando. It's not necessarily that they even know anybody, but it's just it hits in the backyard. It hits hard, and for the people that it wasn't their backyard, for the people that had family, for the people that know people, it's just it's senseless killing. It sucks. There's no other way around it. That's what it is. It's awful. I am glad to see some people have done it, but for the most part, we have political issues to talk about. We have issues to talk about. We have all this stuff. Let's hold off. Let's grieve a little bit. Let's realize what all just happened. This is just, it's heartbreaking. There's no other way to put it. The LGBT community is hurting. The Latin community, because when it was Latin night down there, they're hurting. The city of Orlando, the United States, is hurting. And it's been said 1,000 times across the country. We just need to be as strong as we can. Stick up for one another. It's just, it is what it is. Let's deal with it. We got through 9/11. It was awful. We'll get through this too. But give the people, give the families, give them some space. Stop trying to interview them all the time. Just give them a little bit of time to adjust. There's going to be a lot of heart-wrenching stories coming out for the next month. And it's just always going to be awful. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in, and bad things are going to happen. It's never going to be perfect. So, and Orlando just got hit twice. It's not even just that. For those that don't know, because it did get overshadowed.
Oh, hugely overshadowed.
Hugely overshadowed. Thing, yeah. But no offense to all senseless murders. They're awful. Singer Christina Grimmie was actually shot and killed the night before. A deranged fan shot her, and a guy was able to tackle. Yeah, it was actually her brother, who's also her manager, was able to. He didn't do he tackled the guy.
Oh yeah,
but wasn't able to save his life. So our hearts go out to them. I didn't even realize it was her for a couple of days. I saw that a singer got shot, but then this happened in Orlando, and I was like, "This is."
And it was the same day, right?
It's the night before.
It
was the night before.
So
it's Friday night.
It was a concert.
It was a concert, and a fan at the concert, and I didn't even realize who it was. And then I realized a couple days later, I was actually a fan of hers, and she was on The Voice, is where I knew her from, and then you find the YouTube videos, and her renditions of "Came In Like a Wrecking Ball" and. What was the Katy Perry song? Oh my gosh! She did the big Katy Perry hit the next week, or later in the show, and it was just phenomenal voice, very sweet. You watch her YouTube videos; she's all over YouTube. That's how she was actually moderately famous before The Voice, right. And then that just blew it up even bigger.
And her coach was Adam Levine, right?
Yeah. Adam Levine. There's a lot of things that come out about celebrities, and people talk about football players and basketball players and celebrities being just trash and doing this stupid stuff. But for every one of those drug users, you have people like Adam Levine coming out. He was close to her. He coached. Yeah. He spent a season on The Voice with her, and he came out.
She was top 3, right? I believe.
I think she was
six.
Top 6.
Definitely top 6.
She's a talented
very talented. Well, The Voice, I don't know if you know this, The Voice is not like the other talent shows.
Oh, yeah.
Most of those people are already professional singers.
Oh, yeah.
They just haven't made it big. There are people that are in bars that have the talent that just haven't got a break.
Right.
And she's one of them. And she was just getting her break. She was touring. She was starting to blow it up.
She's only 22.
And just, taken away way too young. And Adam Levine has stepped up and has offered her family is going to pay for everything. We'll pay for the funeral. We're going to pay for the proceedings so they don't have that burden.
Right. Yeah.
And, he's heartbroken. And actually one of her competitors had become one of her best friends from that season, Bria Kelly. I don't know if you all know her.
No.
She has 3 of my favorite of those, the auditions and the performances. She's tremendous. and she is actually became one of her best friends from competing on that show. And she came out and was just like how amazing of a person she was, and obviously she's hurt. So there's just been all of these senseless killings, and on the Tony Awards, how quickly they were able to turn it around. I mean, the country was just a blubbering mess. Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote a sonnet. I mean, he took his whole awards acceptance speech for one of his awards, and just was about how crushing that is. And but anyway, our hearts go out to him, and I'm going to try to move into a little bit of a lighter topic here, but hopefully our thoughts go out to Orlando, and I'm just going to move right into talking about Lin-Manuel Miranda.
There you go.
Now, I was telling Tiff about him.
I like Lin.
Tiff is not real familiar with him.
Yeah,
You don't know him?
I got schooled earlier.
I was just telling her about him. For those of you that don't know, Lin-Manuel Miranda, if you look up Hamilton, he's the guy that plays Hamilton.
Oh,
he also wrote it. He had also already won a few Tony Awards before for being a writer and a musician and a singer and a Broadway actor. The guy is tremendous. He's an activist. He's from Puerto Rico, so the whole debt crisis right there is crazy right now. He's campaigning about that. The guy is absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorite musicians because he just goes out. It's funny, he went and he actually went to the White House for like this, I forget what it's called, like a poetry jam.
Ooh.
And he basically did a rap and just absolutely did amazing. And what was funny was the president and a few other politicians were like, yeah, someone's going to rap about Alexander Hamilton. That's going to go somewhere. A couple years later,
Hey, look.
$1.7 million per week
Oh, yeah.
is
Per
what
week?
they're bringing in.
Per week.
Holy
You can't
cow.
find tickets. Tickets are they were $1,000 a piece before he announced that he's leaving the show.
They're printing money like Colorado.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because of the legal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
'Cause of
insane.
weed.
Colorado is so huge right now thanks to weed and water and woods and mountains and, things that no one else in the country can. Oh, wait. We'll come back to that in a
You'll
minute.
come
We
back
have a
to
few
that.
other things to mention. Well, a few quick hitters here
There
from
you
Jay.
go.
Jay, what
There
all
you
you
go.
have?
Well, we were talking about awards, so I wanted to kind of continue that. And do you know that Bill Murray?
Bill Murray!
Tiff, you know Bill Murray, right?
I know Bill
Are
Murray.
you sure?
You better know
Okay.
Bill Murray.
I know Bill Murray.
If you didn't know Bill Murray, I was just kicking you out. You were done.
That was it. Anyway, he was
Just
the
like that.
19th recipient of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. First off, I'm surprised he's only the 19th because I thought there'd be a lot more funny people. But it's the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Yes, and anyway, he'll get the award at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. on October 23rd. And he says, I'm honored by this award and by its timing. I believe Mark Twain has rolled over in his grave so much for so long that this news won't disturb his peace. So Bill Murray being funny. And it's kind of funny that the past recipients of the award include Steve Martin, Ellen DeGeneres, big
Yeah.
Ellen, love
Ellen.
her, Will Ferrell, Billy Crystal,
Oh, I love Billy Crystal.
Neil Simon, Bob Newhart.
Oh, Bob Newhart's a legend.
Yes, he is.
Didn't he just pass away like a year ago?
Not sure. Lily Tomlin, Carol Burnett, Tina Fey,
Tina
Oh,
Fey's
wow.
good.
Jay
Tina Fey.
Leno. Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Not a big Jay Leno fan.
What? Okay. How about Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
love Eddie Murphy.
And near I don't want to know if I want to say it, but the last recipient, Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Okay.
Can they take those away after?
Yeah, but besides that, oh well.
Oh, that's wrong. Bob Newhart's still alive.
I thought he was
Awesome.
still
How
alive.
dare you put that evil on him?
I
Yeah,
know.
God, I love Bob
thought he was
Newhart.
still alive.
Twice.
That's
So-
twice. Tiff just keeps hitting her elbow.
I'm scooting closer
as
to
we're in
Lee.
this tin can here.
So in case, for those who are not aware, we are here at the Jock Studio at WJYP and WMON, the Jock, 1300 and 1340 AM. You can find our show if you are listening to us on theAIradio.com. You can also find us on WJYPAM.com and listen to the podcast anytime you want to. But we're in this tight booth, very tight, and we have just enough room to breathe. And so that's why
That air gets thin after 30
yeah, it
minutes.
does, it does. That's why it's a 30-minute show because we run out of air.
Oh yeah. We've run out of air. It's
little hot.
You can also find us on Facebook. Just look up Laugh Appalachia Radio Show, which, in case you can't tell, is the name.
It is. It is the name.
FYI.
Which I've been told since then. I don't know if I've told you all. I've gotten a lot of crap for the name. A lot of
Why?
people say I missed an opportunity for Laugh
Laugh-a-la-
Appalachia.
Appalachia.
Yeah, Appalachia.
Get it right.
And I
Actually, I've never
missed
heard.
a lot of other stuff. Everybody just wants to be a Monday morning quarterback. I was
Appalachia.
really proud of Appalachia.
I like to laugh.
All right. What else you got for us over here?
Another thing, you know who Ed O'Neill is, right? Tiff?
No.
You don't know
Married
Ed
with
O'Neill?
Children.
No.
Al Bundy.
How about
Just call him Al Bundy. I know Al Bundy.
Okay, well, and for those who are who was just born yesterday, he's also in Modern Family.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know
all
who
right.
it is. I got
But
you.
we all know Al Bundy from Married with Children. Anyway, he got a big surprise after taking a photo with a fan. The actor told Ellen DeGeneres on the daytime talk show that a lady came up to him in the airport. Okay, and
I'm sorry, I read ahead. This is awesome.
Okay, and he was in the airport, and it couldn't have been nicer, basically. So he was basically politely, and the fan asked, "Can we take a picture?" And so he's taking a picture, and he wasn't really smiling for the cameras. But later it was revealed, after he realized the picture was posted, there was 53,000 likes.
53,000 likes for
So-
a picture of Ed O'Neill.
So he's like, "Who is this girl?" And it was no other than Britney Spears.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That is Britney Spears is awesome.
And so here we go on to something else.
Britney Spears. So Britney Spears and so fun fact for Ed O'Neill. A lot of people know him on Modern Family.
Yeah.
I want to come back to this for a second.
Al Bundy.
Because I have a fun. Yeah, people know him as Al Bundy from Married with Children, and on Modern Family, oh my gosh, his name's Jay. Actually, I think.
I think that, I think that's
his
right.
name's Jay
I love
on
that
Modern
show.
Family. He's the Closet King.
All good things are
And-
named Jay.
Yeah. He's the exception. I mean, what did I say? No. Anyway, little known fact, he was a professional football player.
He was.
He made
love
it to training camp with the Pittsburgh Steelers and got cut and failed out miserably. And
What
then went
year
to
was
acting.
that, though?
Oh gosh, I think it was like 67, something
Oh,
like
God.
that. Like he's up there in age.
He's in he's one of the voices in the new Finding Dory movie.
Right, exactly.
That comes out this Friday, by the way.
This Friday? Oh.
I want to go.
Finding Dory.
Finding Dory. You're
Finding
gonna-
Do you remember Finding Nemo? That was 13 years ago.
I know.
That
That's
was
something you have
13
to take your daughter to see her. This
Wait,
weekend.
that was 13 years ago?
Yes,
Yeah.
Finding Nemo was 13 years ago. So
We're
they finally
old.
made a sequel.
Do you want to hear
Here
something?
it is.
Finding Dory. You have to watch Ellen, where she talks about it. Literally, like she plays back all the time she's mentioned the replay. It's like 150 times.
Oh, she
She's
said
like,
that
"Oh
many
yeah, by the
times.
way, we should make a Finding Dory or
I saw
Finding
her
Nemo
on
too."
the Jimmy Kimmel show. She's like, "Yes, if I wasn't for me saying it 100,000
Yeah,
times, they
she's-
never would have done the sequel."
It's really
It
funny.
just took 13 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
It is.
You want to hear a fact? So, I'm starting to climb. I'm hitting that big, just daunting number this year for age.
Bum bum.
Tiff's
bum.
already there.
Oh, what age is
But
this?
I'm hitting the big 3-0 this fall, this winter.
3-0.
And
How old?
huh?
3-0?
3-0.
That's it?
That's it.
You gotta
And
shave your beard. You look like you're 4-0.
well, yeah, that's the hairline. That's the
Yeah.
hairline's what gets me.
But I look younger, right?
You
You
look
do. You
great.
definitely
Yeah.
You
look
look
younger.
21 every
Thank
time
you.
I see you.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally
don't be
agree.
that nice. I mean, come on.
Hey,
She's at least 24.
Hey, I'm
I'll
44.
take that.
I'm 44, so
You look it.
hey, man. I'll take a 21 or any day. Hey.
But here's something that made me feel really old. Y'all remember The Lion King, right?
yeah.
Yeah, obviously one of the my favorite Disney movie.
I think
as
I
a
was
kid.
drinking when I
Loved
saw it.
Yeah. Well, The Lion King, if it were a person, would now be old enough to drink.
It's true.
Ooh.
That one made me feel a little older.
That's so funny. Hey, here's just something else I thought was funny. Since we talk about talk shows and things like that, because we're on one.
Da-da-da.
Remember Oprah?
I remember Oprah. How could you forget
How
Oprah?
could you forget?
You in a car and you in a car.
Yes. And you remember her best friend Gail?
Yes.
Gail King? Yeah. Anyway, they do a lot of things together. So, of course, she and her do the Weight Watchers thing. That's the whole big thing they're doing, the Weight Watchers. Apparently, Oprah lost 27.5 pounds. And, of course, her BFF, good old Gail, lost 30 pounds. Anyway.
Ooh,
Yes.
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So they lost all this weight in the last 9 months. I feel pretty happy for her. And Stedman couldn't be any happier. That's all it really says anyway. But he's a fan. I guess what they wanted to brag about is Weight Watcher works. And they've both lost about 30 pounds.
So, how long have they been doing this for? Does it say when they
About
started?
9 months.
9
We've been doing it for
months.
about 9 months.
So,
Stedman's been a very happy boy now.
I'm going to one up Oprah.
So I'm wondering, is Stedman and Oprah and Gail... Yeah, anyway.
That's a visual I don't
Stedman's a
want.
happy guy. That's all I got to say.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna. How do I want to word this? I'm stuttering. I'm stammering.
You're stuttering.
I'm going
Did you
to.
still think about Oprah? And
I'm gonna
Gail,
let
weren't you?
everyone in
Can't
on
get
a
off.
secret here. I'm actually on Weight Watchers.
What?
That's a thing.
You are?
Yeah.
That's a true thing.
Everyone looks down as
kinda
soon as I
quit-
say I'm on Weight Watchers.
But
They're
you
like,
just-
"Oh, you have lady parts then."
So
because
yeah.
No.
apparently that is the stigma associated with Weight Watchers.
But you just down 5 hot dogs. I mean, how many points is a hot dog?
I did not just down 5 hot dogs, but they're a lot. Yeah,
He was looking.
A lot of points.
But I'm gonna one up them. I am down 30 pounds since January 1st.
Hey, congratulations!
I'm down,
Yay!
I mean, I
30
can't top.
pounds.
We have. I know a lot of people that have lost a lot more weight.
So wait.
But I'm happy with
Wait.
it.
So that sounds about the time when Oprah
About
and Gail
6 months.
started.
I'm down about 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
you.
So
Go Oprah. It works for everybody.
go Oprah. Keep it up.
Go Oprah.
And mine's ultimate frisbee. That's really my big athletic event. I mean, I train with some friends. Actually, Tiff, one of them. And we have a few others show up from time to time. We train on Mondays. We do practices on Wednesdays. I'm trying to stay active.
Can't get enough.
Working out in the garden all the time.
Oh,
But-
your flower bed looks amazing.
Oh yeah, I'll post pictures from the flower bed to our page. We did.
You know what?
Me and my fiance did some work.
I saw that, but I
Work,
don't.
work,
I haven't
work,
gardened
work,
in a long
work.
time.
Yeah,
I don't. It's hot.
It's really hot today.
Yeah.
I pay a guy. I'm 44.
I pay a guy.
I pay a guy
That was
to do my yard.
Oh,
And he still doesn't do it all. I still have to go out there and cut bushes and stuff. And I found this bush, like, it looked like an agave plant, but it wasn't. It was some kind of other plant. But it like this big stem comes out of it, and it had flowers on it. And I was like, wow.
Just keep it. It's got flowers. It's
I
beautiful.
did. I
So,
don't know what it was called. But
here's the gardening that got
That's
us.
awesome.
We bought this house, and the guy died like a year and a half ago, and we got the house moved in January. It had a full year of basically just the weeds were overgrown. But come to find out, when this guy was still alive, he kept his yard in immaculate condition.
Really?
So you have a lot
There-
to live up to.
Did you have any agave-looking bushes with these
We,
weird, cool
we don't have
flowers going on?
agave-looking bushes,
Oh,
but we
okay.
have.
I
we,
did.
We have bush like we have so many weeds, and then all of a sudden, when springtime and now getting into summer is happening, these like gorgeous, just huge flowers are popping out of these weeds, and I'm like,
Nice.
oh, we got to clean up around that.
Nice.
That's
We
pretty.
just let it,
You-
yeah.
You,
Let's
think
keep that.
you think the same thing happened to your beard? Maybe some flowers will
Come
come
flowers
out of
gonna
there.
jump out of it.
No, maybe.
I hope so. It's
Maybe some weed will pop out of there.
that would be great. We gotta. I don't want to break the law here yet because we're too stupid in West Virginia
Oh.
to pass it. But
I mean, excuse me.
Be
You
like,
want
I
to
didn't
grow some
know.
hemp?
It
Some
was
hemp.
the
yeah.
guy that lived here before. We just didn't know.
yeah, it was the kind of. It wasn't my fault.
We didn't know.
But we're gonna go. We're gonna circle back to a couple topics here. Tiff,
Okay.
you were just in vacation this week, right? Like you went up to the tournament Poultry Days.
I wouldn't call it vacation so
That's
much.
vacation.
but
It's a tournament.
That's all you do is vacation.
It's not a vacation. It's just I go on
Okay,
weekend trips.
it's a weekend
A
trip.
lot of them.
Well, who
Poultry
doesn't?
Days is we've talked about Poultry Days probably more than once. Poultry Days is the tournament in Versailles, Ohio.
For sales.
Probably should pronounce it Versailles.
because
but,
it's for sale.
Versailles.
but they-
We're from West Virginia, so it's for sales.
but they,
It's
even
for
there,
sale.
I think they call it Versailles. So, but
Okay,
you
alright.
it's a huge park, and you camp. You actually normally go to a tournament, you get a hotel room. At this tournament, you take your tent and you camp out, which is really cool. So your
So
tents,
you actually camp at Versace.
at Versace.
Yeah, okay.
And your tents are so like we picked a spot this year and literally just walked to our field. Like we woke up, put clothes on, ate breakfast, walked to the field. Like it was just like really cool.
So if you do the ultimate frisbee thing and you take a dive, you could literally dive into
Your tent, yeah.
That's cool.
Well, there's
I
some
love it.
stories.
I'd keep liquor in it.
We told the
They do.
story.
I
I
would.
think it was the week you were gone. The story where Emily peed in the tent.
Okay, all right.
So that
that's
story's
all
out there.
right.
You didn't even hide names. Just went straight for it.
Now we don't know Emily. I know her
Emily-
name's Emily, but I don't. That's
Yeah,
about it.
I have no idea.
I
who
think
she
that
is.
was
that-
episode 3 or 4 when you took a day off.
Yeah.
So
we
what
talked about
what
it.
happened? What happened this weekend?
So every year they do a.
This time she peed in the tent.
They do an egg eating contest, which I actually participated in last year, and it was horrible.
Is it raw eggs or cooked?
No, they're hard-boiled eggs. I
Oh,
like hard-boiled
okay.
eggs. I don't have a problem with them, but they were
Good
just
stuff.
like mass-boiled hard-boiled eggs, and they just
Oh.
didn't. I don't know. They weren't like good hard-boiled eggs. But so you get 10 minutes to literally shove as many eggs down your throat as you possibly can. How many? What do you think the record is? Like just 10 minutes.
Okay,
Hard-boiled eggs. You can have
hard-boiled
water. You
eggs.
can have water. I took salt with me, like whatever.
So eating content, no time limit?
10 minutes.
minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay, so at least 10.
I ate 10.
Wait a minute.
I would think you could get like. You're talking record? Like what's the best
What's
out
the
there?
what's the record?
I would think
for the
someone's
tournament?
gotten
at Versailles, Versace
27.
Park, whatever? Okay.
Wow.
for sales.
That's you
For
guessed,
sales,
you
whatever.
guessed
For
27?
sales, Ohio.
27.
27?
27 is the record.
Woo! I remembered someone
That's not
saying.
even fun. You really knew the answer?
I
Did you know
didn't.
the
I didn't
answer?
know the answer. I knew
I'm
the
very
answer.
disappointed that you knew the answer.
A friend of ours got 20.
20?
Didn't Dylan get 20?
Dylan got like 18. So
I thought someone got like 22 or 23, and I figured the record had to be above that.
So I think Dylan got like 22 or 23, or no, I thought he got like 18 or 20. I don't know.
Okay.
And then Drew got up to like 12. I don't know. He thinks 12 or something. I had 10 last year, and it was absolutely
You had 10?
miserable.
So I got your number right.
Miserable. You got my
10,
number right.
Okay. 1 a minute.
So we took
I could have eaten it.
Justin Knapp this year. Justin Knapp ate 26 eggs.
Oh, so close to the record.
He was one away from the record.
Wow.
He
Nap!
he almost threw up during.
I'd
He
have
kind
been
of
done.
trained, I guess. Not really trained, but he just was trying it
He
out one day.
trained.
Nap's a big boy.
He
I'm gonna
was-
stuff my face.
Nap! Oh,
ate-
you were so close.
So he didn't train for 10 minutes, but he just was checking it out, eating hard-boiled eggs. He ate 4 in 30 seconds. So in the thing this weekend, he literally had like 17 eggs down, or sorry, like 10 or 13 eggs down in like 3 minutes. And then when he,
Wow.
3 minutes, he was like blowing the record like through the wall, like blowing it through the roof. And at 17, he hit a wall and was just like somehow
that's gotta be brutal.
still made it to 26, swallowed it as the time went out, and then was literally there for like 2 minutes afterwards trying not to vomit.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, you would have to, I would think within half an
I'm
hour.
sweating.
Oh, he
thinking
did.
about it.
So after he held that down and everything kind of calmed down, he went to the bathroom and just all the eggs right back up.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
But that's naps. So
Scramble.
close.
So close.
close.
So we'd brought, like, for the weekend, we brought up hamburgers and bacon and eggs and stuff for breakfast. So the next morning, we were all frying up eggs. And we're like, Justin, you need some eggs for breakfast? Like, so mean.
Oh.
So how'd y'all do in the tournament?
We did good. We did 50-50. We won 2 the first day, lost 2, won the second day, lost 1.
Okay, so 500 records, so right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good weekend, I have to admit. That's a...
I do want to throw in that the egg eating contest goes to a charity. So you can donate money, like a set amount per team, or you can donate money per egg that your person eats. And that money goes to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Awesome.
Next year, we need to campaign, try to get a little bit of money for that.
Yeah,
We
they
gotta go.
raised almost $3,000
Wow. That's
Good.
just for the egg eating contest.
Good for
Oh, I would
them.
love to do that.
That's great. That's great. Oh, man, it's great.
I'd rather have some bacon with mine.
Well, yeah.
I had to take salt.
Great
Yeah.
time in Versailles.
Versailles.
Versailles, whatever.
Versace.
So we're going to talk a little bit about some different topics here. And but the big one I've noticed, so we have, I've been hearing it a lot with people around my age and younger, really. A lot of people growing up here are leaving West Virginia now.
Dumb.
And Charleston's population's dipping down. We're down to 50, under 50,000.
We're under
Not
50,000
enough.
for the first time in a long time.
Since was it the 30s or something like
Probably.
that?
Come
Sure.
live here. We're
There
cool
was a
people.
there was
Yeah.
a boom that got above 100,000.
Whoa.
Like 110,000, I think, or 101,000, something like that. They peaked back in, and I'm drawing this from memory, so don't quote me on these numbers,
I'm
people.
quoting you. I'm
Quoting
quoting
it.
you.
I'm writing it down.
But it was in like the 60s, when the 50s and 60s, when the industry, the chemical plant, all that stuff hit.
Yeah. And did well. Big
Yeah,
break.
and it just did really awesome for a little while.
Right. So it basically had a nice population, and then all of a sudden Charleston and Huntington were the two big cities battling out to see who could
Yeah.
reach like 100,000.
And
I think that was the big
Charleston
point.
topped it.
Yeah, they got
but then
100,000.
it steadily died back down.
Now it's below 50,000.
Like,
Where are we
everyone just
going?
wants to complain and blame this and blame that. Coal left, that's killing us, or this left, and that's killing us. Well, instead of looking at what we can't do, I'm really fed. Like, why don't we host ultimate frisbee tournaments like that?
We
like
should.
just one a year. Bring.
They tried to last year, and I think like Danny was one of them that was working on it, because there's the tournaments that they have, like when the volleyball players come in and they do the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were trying to do
Stuff
it
like
that
that.
weekend. So they just need to get somebody really. We don't have really field space like that anywhere. When you go to those tournaments, they've got 10 or 15 fields.
Could you do it out at Trace Fork where we play? I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
I mean, that's
you,
three-
you
that
have
would
the
be
big
three.
main field,
You could
but
do
then
a
you
s-
have all the other fields too. So you got
There's
the
a
turf
lot
field.
of fields out there. I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of
Well,
places.
We have to-
you
I mean, it
have to
doesn't
have
have to
like
be right in
finished
Charleston.
football fields. It can't be
Yeah.
just. I mean, we have a
We
lot of
could go a
fields,
little
but a lot
out
of them
of-
aren't.
God, we got plenty of football fields around here. Come on.
all
I mean-
collected in one place though.
Well,
Like,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah, you want them all in one
you
spot.
would probably have
Yeah.
to be down. Like there's sporting complexes in Taysville, you'd probably have to have like a high school sponsored. Well, you don't want a high school because Ultimate Frisbee tournaments, you drink.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you don't want to take that away. But
Right.
like, so, you could do somewhere
That
out
would
like
bring
Tracefield.
hundreds and hundreds of people to town
And
for a weekend and
we just-
spending money and.
Yeah, we need to start doing, I think, things like that. I mean, how much fun did we, Jay, we need to, all three of us go
We'll go,
sometime,
we'll
but
go.
we need to go
For sure.
kayaking.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun.
Yeah.
There's such a market here. We have the Elk, the Coal River,
You got the
Kanawha.
Tour de Cole next
We have
weekend.
the Tour de
I mean,
Cole
that should be fun.
this weekend.
This
Yeah.
weekend, yeah,
coming up in just a few days.
Open the 18th, June 18th. Cole de Tour de Cole. Excuse me,
Yeah.
I always say it
Cool.
backwards.
Just
but
so
it's
many
fun time.
people going kayaking.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. And just we have events like that, but it just seems like we are starting to market that stuff. But none of this
I
was
think-
happening 10 years ago.
There was a friend of mine that actually said, his name was Don Wilson. He was running for one of the delegate offices here recently. Anyway, he had said that one of the problems that West Virginia has is we don't advertise what to do in West Virginia, how
So
cool
much
it is
to do.
by the tourist department. Actually, if you go to Ohio, Tennessee, and all the surrounding states, there are West Virginia commercials that say, please visit West Virginia. You know what? You need to have that here in West Virginia to remind everyone, hey,
What there
we
is
got
to
the
do.
rivers. We got these cool places to see.
The
we
rock
got these
climbing,
cool
the
towns.
mountain biking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we fall short on our face by not telling the people that live,
live
here the
here.
most important
Well, yeah,
thing.
places that
we
they
got places
think
here.
they could go.
A big problem I've noticed, and people are not going to like hearing this, I don't think, but a lot of people, and I have a lot of friends that are just lazy.
That's
Okay, the people that are out there saying there's nothing to do, I don't know what to get off your butt.
Yeah.
Go out and do something. Well, I don't have any money. Okay, Thursday nights there's an open mic comedy night at the Monkey Barrel in downtown Charleston.
Right.
It's every other Thursday. You go to Facebook and look up comedy. Go to my Facebook page and look it up. I share it all the time. It's free. You can just go there anytime you
Right.
want.
And here's
and you go $5. You can buy a beer, enjoy comedy. They're open mics. Remember this. People go there and are like, oh, well, some of them were terrible. Some of these comedians, that's the point of an open mic. You're trying it for the first time.
Right.
You're going to sit through a couple, and then you're going to get some comedians that are awesome. You're going to see the full gambit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
there's a lot of other things to do in the state. I mean, like for instance, I was just thinking of our town.
Yeah.
For this episode, we have the town of the week, which I was looking at the city of Milton. And one of the coolest things my wife was wanting to do for my child was like thinking, hey, what can I do for our 5-year-old that
Yeah.
can be fun? That's not so bad. Well, there's a little park called April Dawn Park, and it has a wonderful water fountain for kids to play in.
Oh, cool.
You know what I mean? It's a cool, like, foamy park, so if they slip and fall, they're not going to crack their head open. It's, like, nice, soft material, and there's some climbing rocks and stuff, and this cool little park.
That's in Milton?
Yeah, it's in Milton.
Cool.
It's at it's over at the corner of Mason and Smith. Right behind the downtown area of Milton, and it's a great
I've never
place.
heard of that. It sounds really awesome.
Yeah, and I go there when I'm watching my little girl. I just stick my head in one of the fountains and just get my head wet and go,
Yeah.
yay, fun. Even though secretly I want to play in the water.
Yeah,
But
right.
anyway,
Exactly.
who doesn't?
Today, especially.
Right, and that's the best secret of the town of Milton is that cool little place. Besides, they got other great things like the Milton Pumpkin Festival, which happens in October.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
But they also have the cool things like the Performing Arts Center. They have shows from June 25th with the band Southern Raised, and then it ends way in the end of October with the band called the Booth Brothers. And anyway, if you go to miltonpac.com, it's miltonpac.com, you'll find out more information about all the cool performances happening in the town of Milton. So if you ever get a chance to go to the town of Milton, I would check that out. A lot of cool history there.
Yeah, it's a cool little town. It's between Charleston and Montgomery. I used to
Yeah.
drive by it all the time.
Yeah,
I know
if
where
you're
it's
up
at.
if you're up at 64 driving by from Huntington or something, take exit 28. Take you right to the town of the cool little
Sorry,
city of
I
Milton.
had Milton mixed up with another town. That's between Charleston and Huntington, not
Yes, it
Charleston and
is.
Montgomery.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, I was. I don't know why I did that.
That's
but,
okay.
It's a different location. But yeah, no, Milton. It's just down there, and
Yep.
and if you like to shop, go down to the Barbersville Mall, swing by, and then go to Milton
yeah.
and check out some stuff. Have
It's
some
awesome.
fun.
Awesome place to go. Definitely.
It's
That is our town of the week, folks. I'm
Town of the
pretty
week.
proud.
town of the week.
And I'll take some pictures
Milton.
and I'll post some pictures on Facebook for some of the cool places that are down there. Because they got some really cool stuff down there to even see. So anyway, cool
Oh,
place.
man.
Cool place.
And we have a lot of there's just so much fun here to do. And the problem is people just want to complain, and especially now it's political season. So complain, whine. Politicians. I don't care.
Right.
You know what politicians don't affect?
What's that?
You be able to get off your butt and go downtown and catch a free Live on the Levee concert on a Friday night in Charleston. It's free. All you have to do is be able to get to Charleston.
That's it.
Gas is not that expensive right now. You can do it. Doesn't start until 7:30. That gives you 2.5 hours after you get off work. You could drive from almost anywhere in the state and be here in time for Live on the Levee.
That's it.
There's, I'm trying to look up. There's things happening this weekend, too.
Well, guess what? You know what else is this weekend? Father's Day.
Father's Day.
So when we say Happy Father's Day to our fathers.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
And with that, that's a wrap.
That's
Let's just
it.
finish it up. See y'all next week. Bye-bye.